Welcome back. Glad to have you in the class on how to apply time, a section of the productivity series course. My name is Dr. Nwakerendu Ike. In this class, we'll help you understand how the various ways to apply time on your journey to achieving higher productivity. The specific areas we'll be discussing, we're talking about how to make time, how to spend time, how to invest time. We'll also talk about how to save time and then how to waste time. Now, let's begin by reminding ourselves that time is a convertible resource and can be applied in various ways. Like money, there are productive ways to apply time. It is not about the amount of time you have, it's about your ability to apply it productively. Personal discipline is vital in your ability to apply time for productive purposes. Welcome to this class on how to make time. The first thing we'd like to know on the issue of making time is that the process of budgeting time, it is the process of budgeting time to accommodate given tasks. Remember, we said that it is the task or event you use time for that is the value you get from time. So you need to budget time to accommodate every given task. Time is already created. Man only created clock to regulate time. When you plan your tasks in the direction of time, you have made time for those tasks. What are we talking about? We're saying that when you look at the time available, then you fix your tasks, your events within that time. That is how you make time. You make time by designing a schedule for your tasks or events. Decide the total duration for an event, create a schedule for the activities for that event. Now look at a time schedule for a reception. This reception was estimated to last for 2 hours, 30 minutes. And you can see that there is task or activity and an estimated duration for each. This is how to make time for a task or an event. At the end of the day, you will discover that the person who planned this would have achieved holding this reception within the time decided for it, because time has been made for each item. The next thing we would like to talk about is how to spend time. The process of engaging the allotted time to a specific task is spending time. Because you have made time, you need to put the time to use. Just like when you have budgeted money and then you go ahead to spend according to the budget. That is what it means to spend time. Expense can be based on budget or not based on budget, often referred to impulse spending. Spending time on impulse means giving attention to all manner of ideas and tasks distracting you. No, let's use the example of the reception we saw the schedule earlier. You just say that you have 10 minutes to recognize guests, and then you are trying to meet up with the time, and then someone comes to tell you, so and so person has just arrived. You need to recognize the person. This person has just arrived. But this was not how you planned to spend this time. When you begin to into those distractions, everyone you want to recognize, everyone who comes in, you might end up spending 30 minutes on recognizing guests when you had already budgeted 10 minutes for it. So you need to be careful that you spend according to the budget, according to the time allotted for each task. Time budgeting gives direction to time spending. You need personal discipline and courage to spend time appropriately. Welcome to this lesson on how to invest time. Investing time is about ensuring that our valuable time is spent on productive tasks. Yes, You have made time, then you are spending that time. Is the value you are getting productive to you? Tasks that build the person's mental faculty, tasks that are useful to you as a person. For instance, tasks that improve the person's chance of succeeding in life, tasks that ensures good health, tasks that provides money, tasks that maintain relationships. These are useful tasks. These are valuable tasks that you should use time for. Their productive tasks. So if you are putting your time to things that will not lead to success in life, you are not investing that time wisely. If you are doing things that will endanger your health, you are not investing that time wisely. If you are putting things that will make you lose money instead of grow your finance, for instance, you are not investing that time wisely. So, and if you are doing things that run contrary to maintaining relationships at home, with friends and with colleagues, you may not be investing your time wisely. Benefits or return on investment of time differ with type of investment and value of the individual investor. This means that the value you attach to an event or task determines how much time you want to spend on it, and that decides the kind of return you get on the investment you have on time. So spread out your investment of time to making time for a variety of tasks. Let there be time for keeping relationships. Let there be time for business. Let there be time for everything, so that at the end of the day, you will be glad you have invested your time wisely. Next, on applying time productively in this productivity series is on how to save time. Saving time is same as conserving time. Remember, it is a resource. To conserve time, you conserve time by finding simpler or quicker ways to handle a task. Example, air travel instead of land travel. You know that if you it would have taken you 5 hours to get on a journey and get to a destination on road transportation, but it would take you 45 minutes by air. It would be more productive use of that time taking a flight for that journey, so that within 45 minutes you are there, and you would have saved an hour 15 minutes or more from the time you would have spent on the road. So you save time by finding a quicker way of achieving a task. Conserving time reduces financial costs and increases productivity. It ensures more time available for other tasks. So you might think it's costing you money, but you're actually saving the time for other productive things. Now, let's talk about wasting time. When we engage in what is not productive at the time we are supposed to be doing something more productive, it is misappropriation of time. Remember that time has been budgeted for. Remember that every task has been allocated time to. So when you are doing something you ought not to be doing at a particular time, you are actually wasting that time. Also, when we spend time on a task without restraint, thereby taking more time than we allotted to that task, we waste that additional time. I gave an example when we were in the class on spending time, that you have a task that has been allotted 10 minutes to, and then because you are being distracted, you spend 30 minutes on it. The 20 minutes has been wasted because they were time meant for something else. Again, when we attend an event so late that the commencement time is shifted, we have contributed to waste of time, because the time that would have been used has been expanded and extended, and is not in the good interest of other people who are attending that event. When you engage someone in a discussion that is not adding value to them, you may have wasted that person's time. I just like us to think about those things that are not really productive the moment we are engaging in them, and eliminate them from our schedules, eliminate them from the things we do, so that we avoid wasting time. Thank you. Now, in conclusion, time is a resource you do not have control over. It is, however, your responsibility to ensure that the time available to you at any time is wisely spent with focus on saving and investing. These are the best ways of applying time. When you find ways to save time and invest it, that is fantastic. The major key to achieving this is planning. Thank you. I'd like to get your comments. I'd like to get your feedback on how this class has been, and see you in the next class.